Hi, this 10th of October, we celebrated World Mental Health Day. And I didn't see much celebration. Of course, we're going through COVID times, and all the more reason why we should be celebrating good mental health. Nevertheless, I got 12, 13 people, a dozen people across the age group from 0 to 40 to answer a couple of questions for me. So I asked them, what does good mental health mean for them? And during these Corona times, what does good mental health mean specifically? In the situation that we're going through today, and we have some really beautiful answers. Watch till the end and you'll see there is some underlying common thing that people have spoken. These children, these youngsters that I have got are from the age group of 10 to 40 across the world, so they don't know each other, they haven't spoken to each other, they haven't looked at the net. I also checked that, but there's something underlying all of them are saying. Let's listen, okay, then we'll come back. Yeah.
Good mental health, according to me, is not being lonely. Have someone to share your feeling and don't pile them up. Just be happy. During Corona, I would recommend having a pet since you will always be happy with it.
Good mental health means to be able to be happy, have excitement, and then if any punishment comes your way, you should be able to tackle that without getting sad or depressed.
According to me, good mental health means being aware of yourself. It need not necessarily mean that you are happy all the time. It just has to be something like you're aware of your emotions and you know how to deal with it. So also like you know how to deal with stress and it doesn't hinder any of your daily life activities or anything like that. Secondly, during Corona time, what does good mental health mean? So I would like to answer that by saying, like it's easy to be, overwhelmed with emotions when you're alone with yourself or something like that. And the lockdown hasn't been very easy for any of us. So during that time, it again is like you gotta be aware of your emotions. You gotta uh, learn to deal with them. Also, you shouldn't bottle up things. You need to have someone to talk about it too. So that would really help a lot. So again, like it all depends on us how we deal with it. But I guess we need to reach out mostly, even if you're feeling alone or something like that. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Mohit, and I just wanted to talk about what I, as a college student, feel is good mental health, in my opinion. And I don't think it's a one size fits all situation, just like physical health. Like for different people, different standards of physical health is considered fit or good. And I think it's the same with mental health. But in my opinion, being able to wake up and feel like today will be a good day instead of just waking up and feeling like it's going to be a bad day is a sign of progress. And however, like bad days happen to everyone, and sometimes you do wake up in a funk and you do have bad days, but you must be careful to see if it is a sign of declining mental health. And I think that's the main thing. You need to be able to wake up or look at yourself in a mirror and feel like you're okay, you're going to be good, and you're going to be fine. And some changes that I feel like I've noticed in COVID when it comes to having better mental health is the fact that you have more time alone, and that can be a blessing and a curse because you have to learn to live, be yourself, and with all by yourself. And I think you learning how to like spend time alone with yourself, with your thoughts, is a good thing. But also, you shouldn't let it be the only thing you do. You need to get as much social interaction as you used to get before COVID, like to the point where you used to be comfortable before. And I think you should aim to get the same thing, whether it's through talking to your friends or playing games with them or any kind of social activity would be good. And I think that helps improve mental health in this time. Also, most people, as far as I know, find it hard to, me included, find it hard to draw boundaries between work and relaxation because it because since you're at home, you just never feel like you're actually doing work, even if you're putting in productive effort. So I think understanding where to draw boundaries between work and relaxation is something that will help greatly increase your mental health, and knowing your boundaries is also in a way a sign of good mental health. I'd like to thank everyone for giving me this small opportunity to speak. Thank you.
I think to me, good mental health means to be at peace, to be with your at peace with your professional life and your relationships in general. Just to be with peace, be at peace with what you are. In these COVID times, definitely mental health has become a lot more challenging because it's hard to go out, and going out and meeting people is always good for you. So definitely, it has become a lot harder and much more important.
So the first question, good mental health, to me would mean feeling good about yourself, not getting overwhelmed by any emotions you feel, and also maintaining good relationships with friends and family. And the second question, I think during these trying times, being patient with your, good mental health would mean being patient with your professional and personal life as well, and also being able to stick to a routine during the day, the way it was before COVID-19 had its major impact.
In my view, a good mental health means to be happy, cope up with normal stresses, and able to feel, express, and manage positive and negative emotions, and to manage critical situations, and to find happiness within small things. During Corona time, initially we was in a trauma that there was a fear regarding the changes happening, lockdown, how normal life will go on, like that. And somehow it has been overcome by the family help, and also we hope everything will be happy, everything will be fine and happy, everything will go normal soon. Thank you.
Good mental health, according to me, would be being at peace with who you are, and irrespective of what is happening in your surrounding, and not being too hard on yourself for the way things are going around you and the way you react to them. And especially during these COVID times, when we do not have much opportunity to go out and interact with people or just be with nature itself. Good mental health during these times would mean to take one step at a time, or to take one day at a time, and not being too anxious about what the future holds, and not waiting for also not waiting for validations from people in your surrounding, and being true to yourself.
I think mental health is the ability to not only be happy in the moment, but also to see the best even when you are faced with challenges or stressors in your life. And I think it also incorporates social health. So being able to find solace, or being able to talk to your friends or family when things are happening in your life. I think that also is a big aspect of mental health.
What is emotional health? It's one's ability to accept and manage your feeling when facing life challenges and changes. That include being able to respond instead of react when our emotions are amplified due to anger, stress, grief, or worry. That is why it is becoming even more important these days, when we are all housebound and limited with the options in life. We need to learn to make the most of it with what we have got to keep our emotions under control. Start to appreciate little things in life that make you happy. That may be a little flower in the garden, or that extra time we get to spend together as a family. Take a deep breath and say to ourselves, this shall pass, and stay safe.
Hi. Mental health has always been one of the most important aspects of our lives, and I feel that it's very much at par with the physical health. I think mental health eventually it governs or defines the quality of life, and also it kind of governs the durability of one's life. These tough pandemic times have taught a lot of things, none better than staying mentally very fit. The fundamental of being mentally fit is how well you are connected socially. I think each one of us should use the power of technology to stay connected with all our near and dear ones and friends. And it's also about indulging in those little moments of our lives, staying at home, like watching your children growing up, or bringing in a strict exercise regimes, or all those little things which you wanted to learn or do, and due to your busy schedules you never could do. And that eventually will drive an air of positivity amongst your people and also within yourself. So I would say, in fact I would request each one of you to first accept the fact that Corona is going to stay with us for some time. It's about how fast we accept the fact and continue physically, socially distancing from each other, and get adjusted to the new normal. Everyone, I just wanted to tell you one thing, that mental health is an indispensable aspect of our lives, and it is very important for all of us to focus on being very mentally fit. And there are a lot of ways to do it, and I would say it's an irony that these tough times are actually giving us opportunity to do so. Thank you, and wish you all a healthy times ahead, and more importantly, happy World Mental Health Day. Thank you.
Good mental health, in my opinion, means to be at peace with yourself, to be happy with who you are and what the world means to you. So our day-to-day lives are hugely impacted by the people we meet, what we do, what we see. So I believe when you're truly happy and truly mentally healthy, nothing that you see or no external factor will be able to affect you in any kind of negative way. During these testing times, that's during COVID, I believe to be mentally stable and happy, we have to be able to keep ourselves engaged in ways that would be developmental towards ourselves and for the environment.
So what did you see was common underlying thing that they all spoke about? They all spoke about being at peace. They spoke about being happy with themselves. And one important thing that they all spoke about, more or less, was having good relationship with friends and family. Yeah, how much of importance do people around us make a difference in our well-being or having a good mental health? And rightly so. Right now, mental health as an issue was brought in as early as 1952 when DSM-1 was released. DSM is Diagnostic and Statistical Manual for Mental Disorders. Now this was thought necessary because the American Psychiatric Association decided or felt that something that was exclusively dedicated to mental disorders was needed, especially after the World War II got over. Right now, officially we have something that's a huge manual which is a whole lot of issues relating to mental disorders which it handles. And also in 2013 addictions was divided, and another addition was made into what we now call the DSM-5, where addictions was divided and you had a gambling addiction added into that. Okay, and now talks are going on as to whether screen addictions or digital addiction or something of that sort should be added as well. Right now, why I'm telling you all this is, while we have such a huge impacting factor that is dedicated towards mental health, and we also have a World Mental Health Day. Definitely mental health is a major issue for us, especially more today, because we are leading such an artificial life where everything is not the way nature has intended us to be. We are really not giving as much attention to mental health as much as we should be. Now, while I got these youngsters to talk to me, I also had a couple of older people to asking them if they want to talk about mental health. And during my times, I wouldn't be able to touch anyone even with a barge pole. The minute we would say mental health, no, we're all fine, we just have to be happy, we would smile. But no, mental health is more than that. Just your inability to remain happy or be able to do things is what a disorder is all about. Now, if we can go to a hospital and say, I've got a cold, I've got a fever, why are we not able to say that I'm undergoing stress and that I have some education problem? Anything to do with mental health, we always try to keep under shrouds. As much as it is important for us to keep our physical health intact, it is also important for us to keep our mental health intact, and we need to acknowledge that it is an issue of anxiety or panic or whatever. Instead of hiding it away, it needs to be brought out and help seek, right? That's the only way we can accept mental health, good mental health, and therefore mental disorders into our system. So while some mental health concerns need psychiatric help and medication like schizophrenia, some others like panic or anxiety can be solved with counseling with the help of a psychologist. So let us not put too much taboo or stigma on mental disorders just because in the past some people needed little more medication or little more help. Some things can just be solved by seeking help of a psychologist or a counselor, or just talking it out, or even discussing with your family and friends, just like we would probably take some steam or gargling for a cold or a cough. Each thing doesn't need so much of medication, and therefore let's bring it out in the open, discuss it, and not look at it as a taboo, so that more and more people don't suffer in silence. Okay, so again, hoping that we will have something more during the next mental health day next year, and COVID would be all gone, and a lot of people giving inputs as to how they made difference in someone else's life when somebody was going through a rough patch. Yeah, chalo, bye, ciao.